Hello, welcome to this playthrough of Elden Ring, where I will be in the co-pilot seat and Branwell will be driving. This is a lore playthrough, and in every video there will be spoilers because this is intended as a vehicle for Branwyn to explain her theories on the lore of the setting. So if you'd rather develop your own theories without being influenced by other people's, or don't want to be surprised on some of the deep lore of the game, this is not a straight playthrough of just playing gameplay focused. This is a lore focused playthrough. So you might want to give this a pass if you want to avoid big spoilers. With that said, I hope you enjoy the video. And we're going.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the lore playthrough of Elden Ring. I'm here with Thrith.
Hello.
This is a full spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, best to give this one a miss until you've played the game. And I thought we would start this session out with something exciting.
Oh, wait. We were in the round table, and now it looks like we're going to a boss fight? Ah.
Now, notice this guy's name is Mad Tongue Albrecht.
Yeah.
I believe that is a reference to Aldia / Albrecht from Dark Souls 2 and 3.
Okay. I was wondering if it was the like gateway boss in Bloodborne.
No. No, so if you remember, Aldia was the scholar of the first sin. Um,
Right. Okay, got it.
yeah. Then in Dark Souls 3, he was the centipede demon thing that tried to eat Dark Sun Gwendolyn.
As
Um,
you do.
as you do, yeah. Um, But yeah, so from that we get the Cypherpata, which is a fist weapon. Here, I'll do.
Is that a
See,
baton?
no, it's like a claw, but it's and like it's holy light. It deals holy damage.
Okay. So it is like a wrist blade lightsaber.
Yes.
Got it.
Um, the script that it uses is supposed to be the language of the Two Fingers. Um, they apparently they used to be able to conjure these scripts, but they can't anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm just noticing the words in it.
Yeah, looks a lot like Tolkien's Elvish, doesn't it?
It does, and I can't quite get a good look at it, but I was noticing that it does indeed look like the Tangwar.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's a bit questionable whether it's like an actual language or anything. It could just be like special effects and so the the Two Fingers served some sort of purpose that is just not like a thing anymore. Um which was communicating messages from the greater will, but the greater will stopped talking to anyone. So they're sort of just going on autopilot, trying to manipulate events to their or to whoever's controlling them advantage. Um, and it's quite possible that they're not communicating anything, and the finger readers are just saying, you know, are following their own agenda or maybe Marika's agenda.
That is interesting, because for one thing, if the Tangwar would not be the alphabet or language of the Valar or the Aenir, it's the language of the elves.
Mm,
There is nothing written about Valaran. For a brief period, Tolkien was going to say it was the proto language to all language on Arda, but then he decided, nah, it's just completely alien.
hmm.
To the point where it's uncomfortable for even elves to listen to it,
Oh, wow.
apparently. And the other thing that I would notice is the thing about the greater will. Manway's position is that he is aware of the greater will of Eru and can
Mm,
speak it. The Aenir, or at least the loyal ones, the Valar in Valinor, retreated from Earth because they have no authority to interfere.
mm.
Which means the only Maiar, or the only Aenir in Arda, are the ones that have gone away from the will of Eru and cannot hear it.
Interesting.
And they are the ones that are loyal to Morgoth and think that, well, except for Ungoliant, who may or may not be an Aenir or something entirely different,
Yeah.
they are the ones that think that Arda is theirs. Who forget what
Mm.
Eru says. This belongs to them. They get to decide. But they don't have a connection to Eru's will, and they don't get the benefits of Eru's magnanimousness, or rather, they have shut themselves off from everything Eru would give them.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, like hearing that makes me wonder, like, if there is some of that going on here in Elden Ring, but we can talk about that in a bit. Um, so
It was
let's
a
have a chat.
Yeah, it was a big thing, but let's go on. Yeah.
Let's have a chat, finally, to this nice lady.
Hey.
Called by grace, I am fear. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act. Ah, my thanks, great champion. You are very warm. What you felt light up inside you was a Baldakin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
Interesting.
Can you hear the cat in the background? Sorry. So the Baldakin's blessing. Favor bestowed by a deathbed companion, protection of a hidden temple in the guise of a bedchamber, uses FP to temporarily boost poise. The favor allows one to forget any aches and pains. In death, there is only one piece, for in death there can be no sensation. So it does, if we use this, it does use some of our focus points to boost our poise. However, having it in our possession reduces our vigor by 1.
And reducing your vigor reduces your health across
Hit.
by
Yes.
your level, I guess.
Yeah. It's not like, yeah, scaling is interesting. Level, don't worry about level. It reduces your health
Got
by,
it. Got it.
by 1 vigor point worth of health.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I'm going to use this.
Mm-hmm.
So I can talk to her again.
It's an interesting effect.
You are so very warm.
And now we can talk in secret.
Interesting.
As a deathbed companion, where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
Awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from your birthplace. The guidance chased you? Would that be somebody guided by grace chased her, or the impulse of grace drove her onward itself?
So what? Yeah, it's hard to know. We're going to find where she comes from later. Once we get to Lanedell. So we'll be able to work out a bit more about her from there. But yes, I am going to eat that Balderkin's blessing
Cool.
and try this again.
I mean, you're still glowing from the one I just gave you.
Yeah, no. So I do things this way because this particular animation, I tend to find it takes a long time.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah. Okay, so she's not going to. We're not going to be continuing her quest line just yet. We'll have to go and do some things and then come back. I'm going to eat that as well, so that my health isn't suffering. Take a seat. All right. So, what quests can we do? As you can probably see, I have gone and done a bunch of stuff that is not worth talking about. I did a lot of leveling up. But I grabbed all of the graces so that we could go to different places and check some stuff out. So
And I am muted.
Pardon me.
I'm sorry, I was muted. It's like,
Oh dear.
I don't remember. I'm trying to I mute myself because even if it's pushed to talk, the mic picks up my breath.
Hmm.
The I don't didn't like I was just going to say I didn't see what your level was before, but I did see it was level 74 now.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, I leveled Arcane to 40 and Vigor to 30.
Wow. Okay.
I grabbed some points in Faith so I could use some more of the things that we've been picking up,
Right.
the incantations and things like that with our focus. Um, but what we have to do, so um,
I
we
like the
can visit.
detail of the map. Go on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, the map's gorgeous. Um, we can visit Jarburg and find out where Alexander came from. Um, we can check in with our friend from the start of the game, White Mask Vare.
Cool.
We can go and do the Academy of Ray Lucaria.
Right.
Um, we can go here and do a bit more of the blind mad woman we're feeding Shibiri grapes to.
Right. Okay.
Continue her quest line. Or there's Karia Manor.
Did you say
Uh,
carrion matter manor?
Karia Manor. Yes.
Like dead bodies eaten by birds? Carrion?
No. Caria. Carrier.
Okay. 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 It just sounds like the other. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
One thing I did want to point out about Fia before we head off.
Hmm.
Um, her robe with the fringes and everything
Yep.
um, is a black. Well, it's styled after Dark Sun Gwendolyn's robes. Gwendolyn's robes were white, hers are black, but the fringe with that sort of half cape, um, very much Dark Sun Gwendolyn's style.
Got it. Okay.
Uh, yes.
I
So, what would we like to do?
I kind of like the idea of going to the academy because it seems to be the next in physical order. Well, I guess the
Awesome.
Shibari grape is there as well, but the academy is something brand new. I do notice some of these spots have little yellow flames leaping out from them, and some of them don't.
Yes. So these are guidances. This is where the guidance of grace is pointing us when we've sat there. Not all of them have a guidance direction. This is basically just to give you so you come out of Stormvale, for example.
Right.
This gives you a thing. Oh, if you head over here, you'll be able to, you'll find this one. It leads you on the path to Ray Lucaria.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And
So it's yellow paint in a way.
yes, pretty much. And then once if you find yourself over here, there's one sort of trail that points to Carrier Manor and another that points up to the elevator to Altus Plateau.
Interesting.
From the start of the game, we start here. It leads you to the church, up here to the gate front, and then to Stormvale. If you follow this one though, you have to run the gauntlet up that pass to the upper plateau. which is hard because there's a giant there, and if you're first level or close to it, like or 10th level, if you've picked one of the non-retch things
If you're a starter,
classes.
anyway.
Yeah. If you're a starter, yes, fighting a troll very hard, as you can probably imagine. So yeah, what would we like to do? You said Ray Lucaria? Hello?
I am apparently muted. Okay.
Ah.
I thought I clicked it off. Sorry. Yeah, I'm interested in going to Rhea Lucaria and investigating what has become of a vaunted academy of sorcerers.
Awesome. In which case, we're going to take a slight detour
Oh.
so that I can get the key.
Aha.
I didn't want to get the key without showing you the fight that you've got to go through to get it.
Got it. Okay.
So when you go up to the gate to Ray Lucaria, there's a corpse with a map on it that tells you where this key is.
Okay.
So you go to get this key, and that's a dragon.
Yeah. That. Okay. That's Big Mouth.
One of the things I find interesting about these glintstone dragons is that they're blind.
Oh.
That is the hardest move to. This may be a harder move to deal with, but oh wow,
Good job.
yeah. Now, if it gets too far away from its spawn point or like lair location,
Okay.
it will despawn and respawn.
Will it
Back
recover
there?
its health back if it does that?
No, not unless you leave the lone for too long. As you can see,
Whoa.
bleed is very nice against these things. Fortunately, when it does that move, it always breathes to its left.
Oh.
See, and that's the despawn.
Convenient. And I notice, yeah, that bleed is a lot more efficient in this case because it's such high hit points. You can hit it with bleed several times instead of just once, making the weapon overall more efficient.
Yes. Slashing damage isn't the best against dragons. Piercing is the best damage type, but bleed makes up for a lot. And there
Okay.
we go. So that will be a bunch of runes and a dragon heart. Also, it will unlock a new breath weapon power for us, which we can use.
Interesting. In that case, why don't we go to a new video since we're at 23 minutes?
Awesome.
And then I'll ask you about that weird person that was just there.
Mm-hmm.